Hello everybody, and welcome. I am Tom, and you are watching me going to play Vampyr. Just a quick side note for anyone who's playing this on... I think the problem is due to dual monitor screens. If you're on a dual monitor screen and I think an NVIDIA card, you have to be careful if you go into full screen mode, which is what the game launches on by default, and epilepsy warning for the next couple of seconds. I'll give a beep when it's finishing. So 3, 2, 1. You get this. So, I don't know what's going on there. Something they need to fix pretty quickly. So I'm just going to turn full screen off for now. So, if you have problems with flashing lights, you can now look back at the screen. So it's working in borderless window now, I think. It seems to be working in borderless window now, without much trouble. So that's something at least. That's all fine, I think. Mouse sensitivity feels fine. I'm sure I can adjust it later if necessary. English, United States. Sure. Works for me. I'm actually going to turn the master down slightly. And the music down slightly, even though this music is phenomenal. Sound effects I'll turn down, and cinematics I'll turn down. I'll keep voice up high. I think that's probably better. Alright, so, it's going to be a completely blind playthrough. Not surprising, the game just came out. However, I haven't even looked into anything about this game. All I know so far is you play as a doctor called Johnathan Reid, I think, who has been turned into a vampire. And it's in 1918, which is a really cool time period. 1918 London, it's just after the war. It's really cool. But that's pretty much literally everything I know about the game. So we're going to get into it and see how this goes without any further ado. The more lives you take, the easier the game will be. Intriguing. I maybe should have loaded this onto my SSD. Running from a mechanical hard drive, this loading time is a bit ridiculous. I might cut it out.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Well.
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awaken from the harshness and be born once more.
This is a very cool aesthetic. The only colour I've got is red. Everything else is black and white. I can't understand what she's saying. I'm trying as hard as I can.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Doesn't let me walk past her.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Oh, no. Mary. Mary. No. No. This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain! These patrols are after me. Stupid beast! No! No! Don't shoot! This is a nightmare. I need to get out of here.
Throws you right into it, eh? I mean, it seems... Can I climb? No.
This can't be happening. Over there! There's one of those. There's one of them. No! Please, stop! I mean you no harm.
I think it's probably going to be better for me just to run away from everyone at this point.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Has it fled? Shit, where'd it go? Tricky bastard.
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing! Where'd it go?
Who are you? Stay back! Sorry, but you left me no choice. Who are you? Stupid beast! Doesn't like fire, does it? Sorry.
Dodging is fairly responsive, which is cool. I mean, there's a sense of urgency here, but I love this setting. Like, early 20th century London is so cool.
No, please, stop!
So you can...
Look at it! Got out like kindling!
I don't know what it's actually trying to tell me here.
Who are you? There's one of them vermin!
I don't know how you switch targets. It just says mouse side to side, but that obviously didn't
What
work.
do you want?
So I think maybe it's... I don't know, middle mouse button or something maybe? I don't know. I'll have to experiment more as I'm playing. Or look it up in the actual... I kind of want to explore. Looks like I could have avoided that fight even.
I mean you no harm. I need help. Die, you fucking leech! Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this. Shut up, beast! Who are you? What is this all about? What in God's name? I'll do the rest of the job. Just leave me.
Sun is painful. So we're going with classic vampire here, good. I'm glad I'm not sparkly.
It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
So no, it's like fire will deal aggravated damage that reduces the maximum health gauge. Makes sense. So you can actually lower your maximum health with fire. So avoid fire at all costs, essentially. And that guy has a flamethrower, so if I can avoid him, I'll go for it. Is he gonna turn around? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, thus far really good. I love the way the setting of this is really, really cool. I don't think I'm going to be able to get past
I
him.
need to find somewhere to hide.
Well, that was my thinking as well.
Let me go!
Alright, good. So it wasn't a flamethrower, it was like flaming arrows.
Shelter.
Shelter, eh? Oh yeah, the sun. That's something I should worry about. I think that means...
I cannot enter.
Okay, red circle means it's locked.
Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Brother, what have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
Interesting. I don't know. Why did that trigger that memory, I wonder? Because it's a brother and a sister, maybe? Is there a map? There is. Cool. They actually allow you to set 2 custom waypoints, which is good. I don't know why more games don't do that, actually. Plague? It's 1918. That would make sense. Well, at least she had sharpened teeth by the look of it? Maybe not.
Wait, this one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Go watch.
Beautiful it is.
We fence it and share the takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
That's impossible.
I wonder if they... I think these are triggering his own memories. But he has memories of after his death, so presumably you turn into a vampire, like, almost before you die. Bottle of alcohol. Sweet. It's interesting though, because like... I think I'm gonna go upstairs. But it's interesting because the way that this seems to be unfolding thus far... I won't make comment yet. I might as well just keep playing rather than speculate. Although I do sympathise with those undertakers. Stealing from dead guys in like plague time 1918 London. Whatever. I won't hold it against them. 5 shillings. I have a reflection.
Who goes there?
A prayer for the summoned by warring song. A child born from darkness must accept of his.
Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish.
Interesting.
I still have so much left that needs doing.
So presumably the guy who turned me into a vampire. This guy's killed himself by the look of it? Syringe. Useful.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing.
He was in the war. Interestingly.
No, it never got easy.
So he was part of the war, which is not entirely unsurprising. Revolver. Used revolver, level 1. Oh, okay, so there's upgrade mechanics by the look of it here. Common revolver, good revolver, remarkable revolver, perfect revolver. Interesting. My assumption is... Okay, so I need 3 common trigger parts and 2 springs to upgrade to level 2, which will allow me to improve its firepower or improve its velocity. Decrease the reloading time or increase damage. Damage by 10% or reload... That's seconds? Takes 15 seconds to reload. I mean, that makes sense with a revolver, I suppose, but... Fair enough. And I assume this is similar? Figure details here. Oh, machete. It doesn't have a bunch of upgrades like the other one did, but... Common handle and lead plate. Increase damage. Or decrease the stamina. Okay. Makes sense. These seem to be sellable items. Alright. I will read all this stuff. I'll put a timestamp in for those who want to skip it, but I'm intrigued. 15th of October. Bad sleep. Becky coughed all night and the fever made her delirious. I heard a loud noise in the morning. It's a big machine some men brought by the banks to dig a big hole in the ground. It was some sort of mechanical shovel. Maybe I could go there and ask for some work. Becky needs medicine. Okay, so this guy isn't as posh as I'm making him sound. 16th of October. I talked to the men with the mechanical shovel. They told me they're digging mass graves all around London. Safety measures, apparently. This is a new epidemic. Is the flu coming back? They had no work for me. Becky slept a little last night. The foundry's been closed. There's no more jobs nearby. I don't know if I can... Doesn't give me an option to scroll, but I think maybe it's just the whole thing. 19th of October. I went to London to find some groceries and drugs. No trains. Took me the whole day to cross the Thames. Come back. Becky seems better. I made a soup she ate. I found no drugs, only a few syringes and some sleeping pills in black market. With no money left, maybe I could go to Pembroke Hospital tomorrow. But it's so far, and I fear leaving my wife for so long. 19th of October. Becky threw up the meal a few hours after she ate. She's so frail now it makes me cry. She says she hears voices outside at night. She says she wants to eat meat. Where would I find meat? Tomorrow I'll barricade the house and protest us from looters. Interesting. I'm going to check this to see. I can scroll. Okay. It didn't let me scroll in that overlay, which is something they need to fix. Oversight. 21st of October. The men with the mechanical shovel have stopped digging the mass grave. I heard shouts last night, as if they were attacked. Now there are only a few boats throwing bodies day and night into the giant hole. The smell's terrible. We should have left the house a week ago, but Becky, she refuses to leave. She'd rather die, she said with a nasty smile. Why is she torturing me so? 22nd. That was weird. I kind of went... Whatever. Accent went weird there. Becky just attacked me. She jumped on me from the stairs and tried to bite me. I had to smack her, but she smacked me back. I went upstairs and locked myself in the bedroom. Now I can hear her crying and mumbling downstairs. I retrieved the gun I hid in the ceiling since the war to protect the house. Now I'm ready to use it to protect myself from my own wife. I could not sleep at all. Becky spent the whole night scratching at the door, asking for my help, begging me to let her in. But I was too afraid to open it. I'm just waiting for her to die now. It would not be long. I pray God will end soon. I pray God it will end soon. 24th. I was so hungry. I tried to go downstairs this morning. Becky was sitting at the armchair in the chimney. She was panting like a dog, looking at me without moving, just following me around the room with her eyes. I pointed the gun at her sore face, but she did not react. I could not pull the trigger. I went back to my room. The house is silent like a tomb. No more noises. Becky is dead now. Forgive me, my love. I was unable to save you. I'll be with you soon enough. It's actually a suicide note, really. It's a diary, but diary turned suicide note. So I guess I'm supposed to, like, wait until nighttime, maybe? Because there's this bed here, and it gave me, like, an interaction thing for this bed.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it.
Probably a logical conclusion given the circumstances. Probably assume I'm dreaming as well.
So be it.
In the head, mate.
Rational thinking only.
Shot through the heart! From here to eternity. Well, that didn't work. So it seems we're like truly immortal. Another good trait of like classic vampires.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who tames blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Interesting. Hide at bed's allowed to evolve and rest. Spend experience points to level up and improve your vampiric skills. So I have 1700 experience. These are all locked, so I assume I'm just getting this. Autophagy or autophagy? Autography? Autophagy? Autophagy, probably. You drain your own blood to heal normal and aggravated damage instantly. Okay. Drain your own blood. The vampire uses this power of his blood to heal normal and aggravated damage, increasing his health, nerve, and bone regeneration. With time, the vampiric ability can be extremely powerful and is sure to surprise any unwary vampire hunter. We think of vampires as immortals, but if you can block their unnatural regenerative ability, they will be more vulnerable than you think. Okay, so you hold spend points. So I'm left with 1100. This is a straight upgrade, so more healing. That boosts health regeneration. Interesting. Right, so you can go down this path. By the look of it, this path costs more blood, but you heal more instantly, whereas this keeps it at a lower cost, but does higher healing. Interesting. Right, so I can now select an aggressive skill. There is Claws. Close range strike that will cut through all living creatures in front of you. Fair enough. You throw a spear made of blood which can pass through enemies in front of you. Sounds fucking cool. Place a cloud of shadows at your target's feet or yours. The cloud will explode after a short time, causing heavy damage. Interesting. I think I'm going to go with Blood Spear first. I think Claws are probably a good idea, but I'll get them next. This will cost me 1,000. Okay, so I can afford it. You throw a spear made of blood, which can pass through enemies in front of you. Cost 25 blood. Okay. Sure. I guess I'll try these out when I have a chance. The vampire wields her blood and throws it like a spear. This power can take time to charge, but is deadly effective at medium to long range. It's a powerful supernatural tool for vampires who don't like close combat. If you can't avoid the bloodsucker's attack, try to keep your mouth closed. Just try to keep your mouth closed. Interesting. Weird. That doesn't make sense to me, but okay. Click and hold. I wish they gave you the option just to click a lot of the time, but...
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become.
Fair enough. So, character here. Okay. So I've got 4 abilities in an ultimate. Presumably I'll be able to swap these out. Don't know. I'll figure it out, I'm sure. Main hand, offhand. I can have 2 main hands. And T and G to use serums. I'm assuming that's like potions or whatever. Inventory. Bloody diary. That was the one I read. Treatments, serums, ammunition. Alright. I am figuring this out as I go. Collectibles, lore, documentation. Interesting. Interesting. The collectibles are lore. I like that a lot. Alright, so... let's custom marker. I don't want that. Can I zoom out more? Q and E is zoom in and out. That's as far as I can zoom out. So I need to go up to the bridge here. Sure. I assume this is quests. Identify and confront the vampire who created me. Makes sense. Read the North Bank. Details. Night is here again. I'm in London now. Somewhere near the East End docks, I suppose. I don't know this part of town. All I know is someone is killing people. Murdering them. Butchering them. Drinking their blood. Making them like him. Is that what happened to me? My poor Mary. My poor sister. I must follow the blood trail. Find answers. Maybe I should start by gathering information about what happened to this place while I was away. Then I will find who did this to me. Who made me what I am now. Fair enough. Ooh, interesting. Citizen menu. Separated into districts, I suppose? Unknown district. Okay. Investigations. Fair enough.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Oh, okay. Here's one of those collectibles, I think. Fire and sun. Leeches do not fear the sun or fire, and they do not burst into flames or ashes when they're caught under rays of daylight. But it hurts them good. Real good. I've personally chained a vampire to a tree to see what would happen when the sun rises. I'm turning more Australian for some reason, I don't know why. His skin blackened in a few minutes as if he was burned from the inside. His eyes and flesh melted, and I saw his unholy bones move and squeal as the beast tried to escape all day long. In the end, only a desiccated corpse remained, which started to slowly regenerate. Again, turning Australian. I don't know why I can't do like a Cockney accent, obviously. When the sun disappeared behind the horizon, I cut his head off to finally destroy it. And when I tried the same test with fire, the bloody leech never came back from the ashes. Fire is our weapon of choice, brothers. To burn the beast in the best way to kill it for good. From Know Your Enemies by Carl Eldritch. Pre-Wen leader. Interesting. So it's by like the vampire hunters, presumably? Weaknesses of vampires, okay. Just doubled my money there. 10 shillings. I've made it. I assume it's nighttime now, so I can go outside.
Here's the leech. Here!
Sweet.
My head's spinning.
Oi! Come out, you coward! Clever fucking beast.
It's locked.
I'm looking around for stuff to collect. A used stake. Offhand weapons. Offhand weapons can be used by pressing right trigger. They have attacks with special effects and consume stamina. Okay. Interesting. Well, I have no ammo for my gun, so it seems like a better
still
option.
In Southwark. I must reach the West End.
Over there!
Go back home.
Die, vermin!
Interesting. Press F to bite a stunned enemy. Biting an enemy provides you with blood to use skills and also refills your health gauge. Okay.
strength I never knew I had.
Interesting. So I can now use my abilities.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them!
This shouldn't be possible.
Bastard!
So they actually leave me alone when I bite, which doesn't make a huge amount of sense.
Every sinew, every fiber of my being is a fire.
So I guess I should just keep feeding until I have enough blood from this guy. Makes sense, right?
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
I actually like this combat quite a lot. I saw a lot of complaints about the combat in Steam, but... Ow. Interesting. So you do kind of need to lock on.
My strength. My reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
I think that was obvious by the fact you're drinking blood, but... I'll go with it. Interesting. I wonder if there's a way to, like, holster my weapons. Also, I'm going to explore. This episode, by the way, is probably going to be about an hour. Simply so I can, like, when I first start the game, I want to get a fairly long episode in. And get part... Like, I'm still obviously tutorializing. So if I get to, like, a natural end of the tutorial, I may stop there. Interesting. I'm really enjoying it so far, though. Combat actually feels really nice. I like it. As I said, in the early reviews that I saw, a lot of people were complaining about the combat, saying it was a bit clunky, but I didn't find it too bad, really. Alright, so I can't break my way through there. I kind of see what they mean about, like, some of the animations are, like, a bit iffy, but it's pretty, like, Dontnod Entertainment, or Dontnod, I think is the name of the production company, or the development studio. They're fairly small, I think. Your king and country need you. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the fronts. Fair enough. Makes sense. It's like a propaganda poster. Or a recruitment poster. It's not really propaganda per se.
Poor sister. If only I had controlled my...
Join thee and help.
For blood.
I just wanted to check there whether or not...
Someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
What I wanted to check was whether he kept talking after I went into like a menu or something and came back out again. And seemingly he does, yeah. Oh, rats.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
That's very much akin to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. It allowed you to feed on rats. So I guess I can, like... Yep, teleport over there. And that is free by the look of it. Doesn't take blood. You can just teleport.
The dizziness from the
Ad
jump.
nauseous. Interesting.
I can now control it.
Good to know.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right. Money. There's also a Bible there, by the look of it. Oh, I wonder if I'm like... I wonder if it's like a... They also take like the elements of like God and stuff into vampirism. So it's like you can't like stand on holy ground or whatever. That'd be interesting. Anything over here? Not really, no.
What will London have to say to me? I've so many questions unanswered.
I have a feeling that Johnathan Reid is going to be talking all the time, so I'm just going to talk, and if I talk over him, I apologize, but it seems like he's going to be continuously remarking on things. Which I'm okay with. It's just when you're commentating it, it makes it a bit more difficult.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum. The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant.
Oh, feed. Togyo vampiric sense. Oh, that is cool.
Fresh blood. The smell is so strong.
Although I have a feeling I may run into the problem that I have with lots of games where, like, the, just turning on the vision is generally like, oh. Having this on constantly is often, like, the optimal way to play. The problem with that, of course, is that...
This is a slaughterhouse.
Literally, yeah, interesting.
It's locked.
I'm just checking whether I can smash the lock. I guess I should check with, like, this as well. No, you can't. Interesting. There's a handprint there. This guy trying to escape, presumably. It's like a vampire den, maybe? I don't know. Okay, you can do that really easily. I like it.
Something dire must have come about.
Interesting. He just spoke when I pushed F by accident. I thought maybe it was actually a part of the game.
No one in sight.
It is actually kind of weird. I mean, I guess it's like the middle of the night. I actually wonder how they're going to deal with that fact. Like, it's the middle of the night, so there shouldn't be many people around. Also, it seems like I can just, like, fully explore now, which is cool. City U. Life saved B. Efficient medical aid is a blow struck at the something of the flu epidemic. Volunteers make cure. Sounds like something for me, considering it's a hospital or something, or like a clinic of some description. Alright, I'm just gonna follow this story for now. Like, it's all interesting and stuff, but it's back this way, right? Came up here. Yep.
Where has everyone gone?
That is kind of weird. This is where it went, right? Yep, so the handprint there. That's a rat? Yep. Hideout is available in this district. Check your map to locate it. Oh, I'm literally standing next to it. Here you can spend your experience. Oh, okay. Had it unlocked. Fair enough. This is where you can do crafting. On a workbench you can craft. Medical treatments can heal 6 citizens. Serums will boost yourself. Weapons and upgrades to improve customize your weapons. Makes sense. Aluminium powder and aluminium shard. Fair enough. Enhanced handling. Decreased stamina consumption. Fair enough. I think I want to increase the stun on that, if anything. I don't need to sleep yet, because I don't need to... I don't need to get it. Whoa. Fair enough. This is a very safe house. No one can even get to it. Unless they climb up here, which is probably not a very good idea. Okay. So here's the trail. Interesting. So can I just, like, talk to everybody?
At last, a little life.
Welcome, sir, to the Turquoise Turtle.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess. No?
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is gonna be another long night.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
Good Samaritan, maybe?
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
Fair enough. I like the way this dialogue wheel works, how it like kind of turns in. So this is clearly quest. Like it makes sense. And this actually takes you into a new window.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
Interesting.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
Interesting.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
Interesting.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
I wonder what he means by funny business.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
Fair enough.
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
It's very true.
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India. Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, a turquoise turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, now all these terrible murders.
The murders? What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible.
Sounds like a
Some say
vampire.
the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
Well, if there's quarantine zones, it means they're doing something.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
Interesting.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
There's gotta be something can be done to get out of this bullshit.
Weird she didn't want to talk to me.
No?
But whatever. It's her prerogative. I mean, it's not that weird, honestly. The only reason it's weird is because... Am I allowed to just go back here? Yeah, he doesn't care. Sweet.
It's a good thing you cannot see me now.
He didn't deserve this.
It's not that weird, like, that you wouldn't want to talk to me like in real life, but just in a game setting, everyone wants to talk to you. Because you're the most important person in the world.
I've never even been to India.
Alright, so I guess I'll head upstairs. Quit faffing about.
This is no place for you. Priwen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you?
I mean you no harm.
Saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. Would anyone?
So a religious symbol does work, and that looked really cool.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
Interesting. So you can get details on people just by pressing tab on them. Edgar Swansea. Fair enough. Blood quality 6,000. I think what this means is if I feed on him I get 6,000 experience points? They're like throwing in temps to you, don't they? Okay, so he's a pillar of society. But look at this. Pillar. Fair enough. But I don't know much about him other than that. Good to know.
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want.
then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
That's clearly a lie.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
Did that give me anything new? No. He lied to me about the woman, but to be fair, he doesn't have a huge reason to trust me.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again. Would you be so kind as to leave the room?
Sure, after I check out here. I heard another woman in here. Also, can I steal your stuff? Hey. Alright. Well, I'll leave, I guess.
Get out of this bullshit mess.
Go hunt your shadow.
Alright.
I cannot enter.
Interesting.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight.
Damn it.
Someone must know something.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Interesting.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk as usual. But my God, his eyes, his face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Interesting. I wonder if, like, clearly it's the vampire, but I wonder if vampires can get the flu?
Tell me about this William Bishop.
And it affects them somehow?
Will was a sailor who worked at the canning factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well, Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Ooh. As a vampire, you need human blood to evolve. The blood quality bar indicates the XP you'll earn if you feed on the citizen. Okay, this is like what I thought it was. Unlocked hints increase the amount of XP. Interesting. So Sabrina is in his social circle. That makes sense. What do I know about her? Not much. Oh. Tom, William, and Bishop used to be good friends. Okay. Fair enough. And I know pretty much nothing about her. He has fatigue. Interesting.
You best talk to Tom.
This is awesome. So this is like, it's not even really an action game. Well, like, it is an action game, but it's more like an investigation game, which is awesome.
He didn't deserve this.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry.
This is important, sir.
You can skip dialogue.
I don't know and I don't care. This is...
So if I'm repeating things that people have already said, I can skip through them.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody...
You must be new.
Yeah, okay. So he tells me
I'll
nothing.
leave you...
Maybe.
Hello, sir.
And you'll...
What's going...
Yeah, okay. Nothing.
I'll leave you...
So he didn't tell me anything new. But I can... Now that I know that Tom lied to me, I can confront him about it, I suppose.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
As a vampire, you can force us into real information thanks to a hint you have discovered. Interesting.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
I would hazard a guess that he can stand up fine now, and he can probably kill people quite nicely as well. I'm assuming he's the vampire.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Interesting. That doesn't sound like the guy who changed us, though. Because, like, that vision we had where the guy was talking to us when we were sleeping, he was, like... pompous is probably the best word to describe it. Like, he was, like, waxing poetic about the virtues of the night and the moon reflecting the light of the sun. It doesn't sound like a dock worker. You know what I mean? So he's probably... I would say William is probably the guy murdering people around here, but I don't think he's the guy who changed us into a vampire.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Fair enough. Bit Weasley loophole-y, but technically true.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What do you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Something can be done to get out of this bullshit.
Interesting.
No.
I think I'm losing my mind.
I wonder if I now have... yeah, here we go. Citizens... No. So I don't have... although he might be in another district. No, okay, he's not. Alright. I'm gonna have to leave it there because we're sitting at just over an hour. I'm really liking this game so far. It seems to be more like Sherlock Holmes than like Vampire the Masquerade. However, the combat seems kind of good so far from what I've seen. I kind of understand what people say when they say clunky. Like, there's some of the animations that, like, they don't do, like, a straight hit as you would expect it to do, necessarily. I kind of get what people mean when they say it's clunky combat, but I actually think it's fine. Particularly for the size of the development studio. I think it was under 100 people who were working on this game, and it's phenomenal if that's true. I think it's about 80 people, I think, were working on this game. So it's not exactly a AAA title. But in any case, that's going to be all for today, and I will probably upload another episode of this tomorrow because I'm intrigued. I'm probably going to keep playing it. So, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.